Okay, so this is just a quick review of old gear that I know we've all had, or maybe sold, or in my case had it sitting in a box collecting dust, not being used because I was out trying to buy the next and greatest thing, which in this case of the GoPro. Right now what we're talking about is this GoPro Hero 7 Black. I also have a Hero 6 Black, and I had been watching a bunch of YouTube videos like we all do to pass the time, and was already getting back into wanting to buy another GoPro, a 9 in this case. But I just realized, I'm like, oh my god, I have a 6 and a 7 that have just literally been sitting collecting dust in a plastic bin. I mean, I shoot photography and video work professionally for clients, but I have other systems for that, DSLR systems dedicated for that, microphones and wireless and lighting and all that. But for everyday stuff that I like to do, whether it be something like this, just sharing my thoughts on something or a review, getting outdoors, that small compact package that is a GoPro really was something that I needed to refocus on. And I think that happens to a lot of us. You know, we call it GAS, right? Gear Acquisition Syndrome, but I think it affects more than photographers and videographers. I think anybody that does YouTube for fun or for a possible career gets so wrapped up and involved in getting backdrops, sliders, audio, microphones. Now, that used to be the thing that would only affect us photographers and videographers, but now it oh my god, it affects everyone. I have a 12-year-old daughter that was wanting to know if she could get a beauty dish. I'm like, dude, for what? You're beautiful just the way you are, but now she wants a beauty dish because she saw it on YouTube, because she wants to do the makeup thing. And I'm like, oh my god. So point is, I want to try to focus on getting the most out of stuff that you might already have, or if you want to get it, you can get it at a reasonable, comparatively so, price. So in this instance, I'm shooting with a GoPro Hero 7 Black. I use a 1080 workflow, and that's another thing. We get into, I gotta have 4K, I gotta have 5K, and now 8K. You know, at some point there's a diminishing return, and you can't really appreciate that extra resolution and that extra data, or have the computer to edit that stuff. I mean, that's a lot of information that's going to go into your machine. So I firmly want to go back to just shooting. I mean, no color grading. Yeah, there'll be a little bit of editing, but packaging everything as much as you can from the beginning, meaning as soon as you start pressing record. So I want to test out in the next few vlogs, videos, whatever you want to call this, the merits of using old GoPros, and some of the workarounds, and some of the improved technology. For example, this case that I have it in is a little plastic case like what you normally get with the GoPro, except somebody at this company, I think it's called Smart Top, I hope I got that right, I'll put the link to this exact one in the notes, but developed the advanced engineering technology to cut out the holes for the built-in microphones on the GoPro. I don't know who thought of that. I don't know what engineering school, MIT, I don't know where they went, but somehow they figured out how to cut those openings to help improve the already built-in microphones on the GoPro. Who would have known? So I bought these cases to see, and this is part of that test, you know, how does it do? Obviously in the confines of my vehicle here in a parking lot with a little bit of air running, it's not a challenge, but I do a lot of stuff outdoors, and I have some other footage where I'm outdoors a lot, and I'm in windy conditions, and I really want to put it through its paces. And the focus is keeping stuff in a small form factor, packaged, and just go with the colors built in, try just to get the most out of it, so you can have a quick turnaround and then deploy it to your Instagram, your Facebook, and all that good stuff. So hopefully this works. This is just part of a series of series of vlogs, reviews, and like I said, it was a little bit of a rant against myself. I'm sure if any of you know out there about the merits of the newer GoPros, please share them with me. Of course, I've watched a ton of videos. I have my own opinions about it, but I'd like to answer or expound on some of my opinions and thoughts about it, and see if that can help anyone else, because it can get confusing, man. The minute you open up Amazon, you are going to be met with dozens and dozens of 5-star reviewed products to choose from, and it can be confusing, and know whether to spend $30 or $300, and and not spending too much on a bunch of things that don't quite do it, or spending too much on that one thing you'll never benefit from because you never use it for all of its capabilities. And trust me, I'm guilty of a lot of that, even as a professional. So anyway, thought I would just share that real quick. Yeah, and we'll go from there. Let's see where this journey takes us, me. At least I'm talking to me, myself, and I. So see if I can get my kid to subscribe. That would be good. That would be a start.